It's fucking curtains. Hello? What's up guys, Reese here, and today with a brand new video once again, I decided to go with sort of a different route with content. I'm introducing a new game, World of Warcraft. Basically been playing this game for a very long time now. But today we're gonna basically go over ways to prepare for Legion, because that expansion is coming up and players sometimes don't really know what to do or what to expect in the expansion, and they just sort of go into it blind, not knowing what to expect. Some players actually do prepare, but I'm here to make a video to give you some tips and maybe some tricks to actually prepare for a new expansion. I have 7 different points here I want to talk about, but yeah, so let's start off with the first point. My first tip for you is gold. As you can see right now on my account, I have 2042. That's gonna get me jack shit in Legion. You want to stack up as much gold as you possibly can. Reason being is because when you go into a new expansion, there's a lot of things that gold can bring to you, right? You can level professions, you can buy gear, you can buy BOEs, you can do many different things. You don't want to be running out of gold into the expansion. Like, what I'm trying to get to is you want gold all the time, because you're always going to need it at some point. If you run out of gold when you need it, it's going to be hard to build it back up. So always keep a steady income of gold and you'll be set for the expansion. Second point I want to bring up is professions. Make sure that before you're going into the next expansion that your professions are completely maxed out. Maxing out your professions is really key. Like for me, example, I have engineering and alchemy. I don't necessarily have gathering professions, but as you level and as you go on, you want to gain and get mats for your professions and level them to max, because some professions offer some good gear, so they offer some good items, and overall you just want to be able to maximize your character as much as you possibly can when you hit level 110. My third tip going into Legion is read the patch notes. Seriously guys, read the patch notes. Patch notes are really important. You sincerely need to read up on your class and everything that has possibly changed, or even other classes too. It's really important to read the patch notes. What is changing in Legion? What is changing in the expansion? Patch notes essentially offer a lot of information that some players ignore some of the time. But you know, right now you have so much time to prepare. Like at this point in time, you actually do have a lot of time to prepare. So reading patch notes isn't going to hurt you. Read up on different classes. Read up on even lore. Read up on, like, I don't know, everything that World of Warcraft website offers you. You might as well read it because it's important information and you can get a lot from it. My fourth tip for you is to look for a guild. Now there are many reasons you want to look for a guild in Legion, or actually prior to joining Legion. You need a guild because if you want to raid, you're going to need a guild, obviously. Make sure you prepare by looking for a good guild who's going to offer you the most, who perhaps, you know, maybe will level with you in the expansion. Just look for a guild, whether you're PVE or PvP, it doesn't matter. Just look for a guild, because they will help you out. I'm pretty sure they will help you out. Guilds most of the time help you out, and having a guild ready to go before the expansion releases is good, because you can actually farm dungeons with them, gear your tune in dungeons, maximize your gear before you jump into raids or 2v2, 3v3, whatever arena. So looking for a guild is pretty important. Make sure you look for one and you join one prior to the expansion releasing. My fifth tip to you guys is to actually cap your honor. Now, reason for capping your honor is because you can straight away, once you hit level 110, you can actually just go straight to the PvP vendors and buy a piece or two of gear. That's straight off the bat, just from honor. And you'll be way ahead of people in the sense that you'll be a piece of gear ahead, or a piece or two of gear ahead, and it'll help you actually gear your character faster, and it'll require you to, in some sense, do less dungeons to get gear. But essentially it puts you ahead. You want to bring to the raid everything that you possibly can. So make sure you do that. Cap your honor and hold it until Legion. When that expansion releases, farm all the way to 110 and boom, buy 2 pieces of gear. Easy gear. My 6th tip for you guys is to research and plan out what you're going to be doing throughout the start of the expansion, or pretty much the whole expansion. Now this kind of relates back to the patch notes. Patch notes and your research plan is basically what you're going to need and what you're going to have beside you as you're leveling. So an example of a research plan could possibly be maybe like, you know, okay, I'm going to hit 110. Maybe I'm going to max my professions right out off the bat. I'm going to farm dungeons. I'm going to make gold. I'm going to farm mats to make gold. Anything to be ready for raids. Your research and your planning comes to be really important because it's what you're going to be following, and it's your plan of action to take when you're leveling, once you hit max level, and when you raid, blah blah blah, all this shit. Just make sure you're ready and you have a plan to follow during the expansion release. Lastly, my last tip is if you guys got accepted into alpha, make sure you spam the hell out of that shit. There's a lot of things you can do in WoW right now, but if you can play alpha, if you get the chance to play alpha, make sure you play it, because it's like a test, right? You see how your class is doing, maybe possible rotations. You get to practice basically in advance, and you have a step above everybody else, which really helps when it comes to expansion release. Make sure you have all your add-ons updated, ready to go for raids, dungeons, PvP, whatever it is. Just make sure your add-ons also updated. So basically, those were my 7 tips to get ready for Legion, guys. It's going to be a pretty big expansion. I think it's going to be very enjoyable. It's going to be a very fun one. Personally, level to 110 straight off the bat, no sleeping, because I do it all the time. Every expansion release, I sit down, shit releases, and I farm my way all the way to 110, and then I basically spam dungeons, blah blah blah. You guys might have a different plan, that doesn't matter, but all that comes down to it is really prepare to have as much fun as you possibly can, whether it's competitive, casual, whatever. Just try to make your expansion as most enjoyable as you can, and that's the way you'll have the most fun. So yeah guys, that's today's video. I'm trying to upload videos every day, and so far it's been working out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you liked the video, and yeah, until the next one guys, thank you for watching.